is volume of right circular cone. Look at the figure number 13.28. Can you see that there is a right circular cylinder and right circular cone of the same base radius and same height? So in this figure, the height is same for the cylinder and cone, okay, and the base is also the same radius, okay. Now we are trying to make a hollow cylinder and hollow cone like this with the same base radius and same height as in figure number 13.28. Then we can try out an experiment that will help us to see practically what the volume of a right circular cone would be, okay, in figure number 13.29. So let us start like this. So at first we are filling the cone up to the beam with sand once, okay, and empty it into the cylinder. We find that it fills up only a part of the cylinder as figure number A. When we fill the cone again to the brim, okay, we fill the cone again to the brim and then empty it in the cylinder again, okay. We can see that the cylinder is not full yet. Again, when the cone is filled up for the 3 times and emptied into the cylinder, it can be seen that the cylinder is also full to the brim and it is the full now. So with this we can safely come to the conclusion that 3 times of the volume of the cone makes up the volume of a cylinder which has the same base radius and the same height as the cone, which means that the volume of the cone is 1/3 the volume of the cylinder. So easily you can say that volume of a cone is 1/3 of the volume of the cylinder. It is pi r square h, okay, where r is the base radius and h is the height of the cone, okay. Now take the example. The height and slant height of a cone are 21 cm and 28 cm respectively. Find the volume of the cone. So here already given that height equal to 21 cm and slant height L equal to 28, okay. So we can easily find out the value of r. So r will be root over L square minus h square. So it will be root over 28 square minus 21 square. So we will get 7 root 7 centimeter for r. Now we know the volume of the cone is equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h. So it will be 1/3 into 22 by 7 and r is here 7 root 7 square into height, that is 21. So we will get 7546 centimeter cube, okay. So the volume of the cone is 7546 centimeter cube. Now the example 16. Monica has piece of canvas whose area is 551 meter square. She uses it to have a conical tent made with a base radius of 7 meter. Assuming that all the stitching margin and the wastage incurred while cutting amounts to approximately 1 meter square. Find the volume of the tent that can be made with it, okay. So since the area of the canvas is equal to 551 meter square and area of the canvas lost in wastage is 1 meter square, So therefore the area of canvas available for making the tent is, we are getting 551 minus 1 meter square, it will be 550 meter square. Okay, so now the surface area of the tent is 550 meter square, and the base radius of the conical tent equal to 7 meter. Okay, note that a tent has only a curved surface. Okay, the floor of a tent is not covered by a canvas, that means base area is not present here. Okay, so therefore curved surface area of the tent will be 550 meter square. That means we can write that pi rl is equal to 550. So we can write it 22 by 7 into 7 into l equal to 550. So from here l equal to, we are getting, that is 25 meter. Okay, got it. Now we are getting slant height equal to 25 meter. So if we put the formula, l square equal to r square plus h square, so here h is equal to l square minus r square. Okay, that means here it is 20, l is 25 square, and for r it is 7 square. Okay, so we are getting root over 25 square means 625, and 7 square means 49, that is unit is meter. So 576 meter. So root over 576 is equal to 24 meter. Okay, so now we have to find the volume of the conical tent. So volume of the conical tent is equal to 1 by 3rd pi r square h. So it will be 1 by 3, 22 by 7, r is 7 square, and height is 24, unit is meter cube. So if you calculate it, then we will have 1232 meter cube. So the volume of the conical tent is 1232 meter cube. Okay, now the volume of sphere. Okay, so now let us see how to go about measuring the volume of a sphere. First, take 2 or 3 spheres of different radii and a container big enough to be able to put each of the spheres into it one at a time. Okay, also take a large trough in which we can place the container, then fill the container up to the brim with water as shown in this figure. Okay, got it? Beam of the container with water. Now carefully place one of the spheres into the container. Some of water from the container will flow into the through in which it is kept here. Okay, as shown in this figure. So carefully pour out the water from this container into a measuring cylinder. Okay, and measure the water overflowed. Okay, as in figure. See, suppose the radius of the immersed sphere is r. So we can find the radius by measuring the diameter of the sphere easily. Then evaluate 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, now once again repeat the process just done now with a different size of sphere. Find the radius r of the sphere and then calculate the value of 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, once again this value is nearly equal to the measure of the volume of the water displaced overflowed by the sphere. So what does this tell us? We know that the volume of the sphere is same as the measure of the volume of the water displaced by it. Okay, so by doing this experiment repeatedly, with spheres of varying radii, we are getting the same result, namely the volume of a sphere is equal to 4 by 3 pi times the cube of its radius. Okay, so this gives the idea that the volume of a sphere will be 4 by 3 pi, sorry, pi r cube, where r is the radius of the sphere. Okay, since a hemisphere is half of the sphere, so we can easily write volume of the sphere as, sorry, so we can easily write volume of the hemisphere will be 2 by 3 pi r cube, where r is the radius of the hemisphere. Okay, so now take the example, find the volume of the sphere of radius 11.2 centimeter. So required volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube, so it will be 4 by 3 22 by 7 into 11.2, here it is the r cube, so it gives us 5887.32 centimeter cube. Okay, next question, a shot put is a metallic sphere radius of 4.9 centimeter. If the density of the metal is 7.8 gram per centimeter cube, find the mass of the shot put. Okay, so since shot put is solid sphere made of metal and its mass is equal to the product of its volume and density, so we need to find out the volume of the sphere. So it is 4 by 3 pi r cube, so here it is 4 by 3 into 22 by 7, and r is here 4 by 9, 4.9 and then cube, so approximately we are getting here 493 centimeter cube as the volume of the sphere. Okay, now further, mass of 1 centimeter cube of metal is 7.8 gram, so therefore the mass of the shot put will be 793 into 7.8 gram. Okay, so we are getting 7.8 into 493 gram, so we are getting 3845.44 gram. So we can convert it in the kg, it will be 3.85 kg nearly. Okay, next is a hemispherical bowl has a radius of 3.5 centimeter. What would be the volume of water it would contain? So now the volume of water the bowl can contain, it is a hemisphere bowl, so it is 2 by 3 pi r cube, so it will be 2 by 3 into 22 by 7, and radius is here is 3.5 then cube, so it will be 89.8 centimeter cube. Okay, got it? Okay, so here are the summary, you can look at the summary and remember it all again. Okay.